In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the 8 hard-earned lessons I wish I knew before starting investing in crypto. These things come from a full year in the market, from right Bitcoin rules over the long run, what actually works when it comes to trading and taxes. So let's not waste any time, let's get into the first lesson. So lesson 1 is Bitcoin is the best over the long term. When I first got into crypto, I was chasing these altcoins left and right. I thought I would catch a 5-10x easy, but after 1 year in the market, I just realized that Bitcoin is the king over the long term. While altcoins might pump really hard, but they crash even harder. Bitcoin moves slower, that's for sure, but when you zoom out on the bigger time frames, it just keeps trending up. So what does this mean? Bitcoin gives you exposure to the upside while minimizing your risk to the downside. Like Michael Saylor said, who's probably the biggest Bitcoin whale in the world, I don't think that anyone has lost money holding Bitcoin for over 4 years. Now take a look at this chart. This shows Bitcoin's dominance. That's the percentage of the total crypto market which is made up of Bitcoin. During hype cycles, altcoins take over and the dominance falls, but in every bear market, Bitcoin comes back stronger. And that's because it's the most trusted, the most adopted, and most resilient asset in the entire space. Now I could sit here and make a lot of arguments why Bitcoin is better over the long run than all these altcoins, but that would be a whole video by itself. Altcoins are exciting, but when things get shaky, everybody returns to Bitcoin. And that really tells you everything you need to know. So even though it might feel like Bitcoin can't go much higher than it is right now, just remember there's only 21 million Bitcoins in the entire space and it's becoming more mainstream than ever. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy altcoins, but I think the biggest part of your portfolio should be Bitcoin. Alright, so lesson number 2 is DCA is the king. Now, this is hands down probably the best strategy for most people, and it basically means dollar cost averaging. Basically, you invest a fixed amount of money into an asset at regular intervals, no matter what the price is. For example, maybe you invest $100 of Bitcoin every Monday. When Bitcoin is cheap, that $100 gets you more sats, and when it's expensive, it gives you less sats. But over time, this helps you smooth out the highs and lows and gives you a better average price. It's super simple and probably the most effective strategy over the long run, especially if you're not trying to be a full-time trader. Take a look at this calculator. If you invested $100 every week for 2 years, you'll be up around 135%. And that's just from consistently buying, no trading, no trying to time the market, nothing fancy. And that's the thing, it is super hard to time the market. A lot of people try to jump in and out of assets, but they just end up underperforming. But if you stay consistent, DCA, you give yourself a good chance of doing real well over the long run. Lesson 3. Swing trading beats day trading. So this one is more about trading, but I thought I would include it anyway. Now I have tried both swing and day trading and actually have 2 videos about it if you want to check them out. I think we have all heard about them get rich quick schemes with day trading. And sure, it is possible to make money day trading, but it is extremely hard, which is also why about 97% of day traders end up losing money. And again, I have personally tried both swing trading and day trading. And for those who don't know, day trading is basically jumping in and out of assets quickly, usually within the same day, while swing trading is more over the long period. Now, this is just from my personal experience, but these short-term trades are way less predictable and don't really play out like they do in the bigger time frames. Now, swing trading does take longer and it requires some more patience, but it feels less like gambling. Now, this is just from my personal experience. If you are interested in trading, I would say give both day and swing trading a try and see what fits you best. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be swing trading. It is way less stressful and more manageable for most people. Lesson 4 is taxes are real and matter. No matter how much you want to avoid it, we all have to accept that we have to pay taxes of our crypto when we are selling it. Every time you sell any amount of crypto, that is a taxable event. Though exactly how it works depends on where you live. Tax rules vary a lot around the world. Some countries are way better than others. I'm from Denmark and we probably have some of the worst and most outdated rules when it comes to crypto. For example, we can get taxed up to 53% of our profit when we are selling it. And we have to use something called FIFO, which is first in, first out, meaning that we have to sell the oldest assets first and not the newest ones. I won't go too deep into the Danish tax rules because they're so bad, but the main thing here is do your research on your tax depending on where you live so you don't get a surprise when the taxes come around. Lesson 5, volatility is normal. I think the biggest rally I have experienced was when Trump won the election. The whole market was pumping like crazy. Everything was green and it just felt amazing. I started thinking, this is it, I'm gonna get so rich from this. But then the new year came and things changed a lot. All the terrorist news started to play out and the market just had a big pullback. That high I was riding turned into confusion. I started questioning everything. Should I sell now? Should I buy more when the market is dipping? Or should I just hold and see what happens? That moment really taught me how emotional investing can be, especially into crypto. When the market is pumping, it is easy to feel overconfident, but when it starts crashing, panic kicks in. If you don't have a clear plan and strategy, you're gonna end up making emotional decision, and that's usually where it goes wrong for most people. What I've learned is that it's better to zoom out and think about the long term. There will always be hype, event news, short-term volatility, but if you believe what you're investing in, you just gotta stay grounded and don't listen to all the noise around you. Lesson 6, do your own research. If you have watched any videos about investing in crypto, you have probably heard this term 100 times. Do your own research. And I know it's something you hear all the time, but that's because it's super important. Some coins are just pump and dump schemes. They blow up on hype and then crash, leaving the investors with nothing really. And I have definitely been there. So instead of chasing hype, try to really dig into what you are investing into. Ask yourself, what problems does this project solve? Does it actually have utility? Who's behind it? Is the token supply realistic, or is it just designed to dump on retail investors? Also look at the history. If a coin has only been around for a few months and already have a huge pump but then dump, then that's probably a red flag. You are most likely just going to be better off investing in more established cryptocurrencies. The ones that have survived previous cycles are currently still being developed and have a community behind it. Doing your own research doesn't mean you have to be an expert overnight, but at least understand what you're putting your money into and why. It's your money, no one is going to care about it more than you. Lesson 7, risk management. Now this lesson shows up in a few different ways, but the main thing here is to protect yourself. For example, if you are trading, use a stop loss seriously. It is there to protect you from getting stopped out on a bad move or an emotional decision. Don't let one trade blow out your entire account. Also, diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even though a coin might look like the next big thing. Things can turn fast in crypto, and diversifying your investments lower your overall risk. And if you are investing in new meme coins, only invest amounts that you are comfortable losing. I know it gets said a lot, but it is real. Meme coins are super exciting, but they are also super volatile. You don't want to be in a position where your rent or mental health depends on a green candle. So yeah, manage your risk. Lesson 8, security first. Security is super important in crypto and it is 100% your responsibility. If you lose your coins, there is not a lot you can do. So protect your assets. Use a hardware wallet to store your long-term investments and not an exchange. Exchanges can get hacked and a hardware wallet gives you the full control. Always enable 2FA, not just SMS, but something like Google Authenticator. And never share your seed phrase with anyone ever. Write it down on a piece of paper, store it somewhere safe and not online. Now I haven't experienced a hack myself, but I am prepared for it. And that's really the mindset you need in crypto. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. At the end of the day, crypto gives you freedom, but that also means that you have to take full responsibility for your security. So these were the biggest lessons I have learned from investing 1 year into crypto, and I'm still learning every day. If you're just getting started, I hope some of these tips can help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made early on. And if you've been in the game for a while, maybe this was just a good reminder. If you got any value for this, please hit the like button, it really helps me out. And if you're into crypto content, trading experience and insights from someone who is learning publicly, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and remember, zoom out, don't let the noise shake you out.